Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. According to reports, our President Bola Tinubu has directed that all civil servants drawing salaries from the government after jackpotting should be made to refund the money. I don't know how they want to do this. The President also directed that the supervisors and department heads of the culprits must also be punished for aiding and abetting the fraud under their watch. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because there are different angles to this story. There's the angle of, obviously, the fraudsters, and there's also the angle of people within the government aiding the illegal withdrawal of money from the government coffers, and also those who have jackpot. You think that once you jackpot, somehow your mind is supposed to be renewed.
It will.
And you are still collecting money from the country you jackpot from. What are your thoughts? This was specifically, I think it was on Wednesday. Folashade Yemi, that's the head of service, head of civil service of the Federation, said that the government is making efforts to tackle workers. She was speaking on Saturday, representing the president. She said that while she was away in South Africa, she monitored some of the activities, especially read the shocking revelation by the head of service about, okay, sorry, this is somebody else speaking. This was Judge Akume, yes, speaking on Saturday. Tinubu, who was represented by Judge Akume, Secretary of the Government of the Federation, directed that heads and supervisors of the departments of such workers must be sanctioned. So pretty much in a nutshell, he said that the culprits must be made to refund the money they have fraudulently collected. Their supervisors and department heads must also be punished. The civil service cannot just be a workplace where anything is possible, where workers violate rules. They must be brought to book. So this is the conversation, really. Civil servants who decided to leave the country are still, they did not resign properly. So in the system, they are still there. You know, that's what some of us know as ghost workers.
This one are fraud, not be ghost workers. So let's expand this list beyond those who jackpot and left their names in the record in the system as if they are present. Let's expand it to those who have collected our scholarships and use it to go to school and refuse to come back and refuse to talk about payback.
Yeah.
You know, what in Nigeria do for me mentality. You know, all I can take from the country, they never did anything for me. Let's expand it to those whose family members are late, whose names are still in the records, who are being paid. You know, let's expand it to these people whose family members or who are in the system, who have taken advantage of those who have been retrenched. So you have a retrenchment list from one government while it's being protested. They will replace some names while the salary goes to a fictitious account. And the person is in service who is collecting that money. Because when monies are paid through banks, it allows for tracing that easily cops that fraud. But when it's boldly done by a known political person and nobody can say anything, the person continues to grow in the ranks in the business, in the company, while he is receiving more than 9 people's salary in that same federal establishment or state establishment. So let's expand it beyond these people.
So you're right. So the civil service obviously is like the bedrock of us. They need, if they are not compelled to do the right thing, then who is? They are the foundation of everything we're doing. There's a comment I'd like to read here before we move on. I'd like to come to you, YK. It says, over the decades, and this is still Akume speaking, over the decades, successive governments initiated various national development, which is what you're saying, various national development plans and programs that all relied on civil service to translate and uphold those into high-impact programs. But it can't happen if the civil service itself is defrauding the system. Because you don't have access. You have access to it. You know exactly what the plans are. You can manipulate it. You can manipulate it for your own interest. And we have to have a civil service that functions. If not, the society doesn't make any sense at all.
You see, what I want to even take it from this angle. If we have so many people that are being paid for not doing anything, you know, if we could cut it down, this
issue of minimum wage
would not arise. We would be able to pay it.
Yeah, true.
Because can you imagine paying $250 to someone who is in London earning pounds?
Hey!
He's not even working. So, and they really need to take it from here, not there. Because they are saying, okay, they're going to make them repatriate their funds. If they can, if they have the power, maybe Interpol. But the people here who have facilitated it, because there are people here who are facilitating it.
Yes, before now, that's
the only way they can get the
money. That tell the one outside that the cat have traveled. They are the ones, they have to be insiders. that opened the door for the armed robber outside.
To come in.
See this case of 20 million pounds
Let
that
me give my point.
I quickly took. They say that property is now used for is no longer leased for our consular activities. It is leased to residential tenants. It's not within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or one of these, whoever is in charge of our foreign business, that this is happening. Our Ministry of Justice cannot wash and clean of this matter. Neither can our Foreign Affairs Ministry wash and clean of these properties that we are talking about now. Chinese go collect them.
God forbid that. You don't link them to that one. Let's one issue from one issue to the other.
To this
So,
civil service.
this is just showing.
It's paining me. She's linking it because it's this corruption that we are talking about.
Yeah. So, if the system is not clean enough to know that people are not showing up for work, you will not start by blaming the people who are collecting the money, because if there was no payment, no, hold on, we are blaming everybody, but that's not the first point of call. You will not start with blaming the people the people collecting the money, because if there was no payment done, they will not collect the money. Now, how are the payments done when there's nobody represented to collect that payment? You have supervisors. I want to believe that there's a structure in the civil service. There are supervisors in the civil service. So if you don't clock in and clock out, and then at the end of the day, except they're telling me that they just, once you get the job, it's automated and there are no checks. There are no supervision that are carried out from time to time to check how many people are there, how many people are showing up for work, and then payments are just rolling out. Every month, they are just rolling out payment. That means they are they're not doing the work that they're supposed to do. So the cleanup is about cleaning the system and making the system effective. If the system is effective and you have supervisors who are checking their people, if there's a resignation that's going on, they are automating it in the system. These names are crossing out. They are doing the work they are hired to do in the first place. We will not have salaries going to people who are no longer there. So that system is what we need to first of all deal with.
You sure say they get clock?
No, you know,
I'm just saying.
Let me try
to
answer that.
Just borrow me all the papers, please. I want to demonstrate something.
Okay.
Okay, so this is supposed to sign this, and I'm the staff, I'm the system.
Yeah.
I'll be appointed supervisor. Let's say you're appointed minister.
Okay.
And this is the one that I have put padded. I will now come, madam, please sign here. Morayo, please carry on some drama around BC.
Yeah, so
I will not read and sign.
Madam, sign.
I will read and sign.
Your next appointment is for 9:30. Please,
Okay.
your flight is about 2
I am educated.
Until you go sign. You see the civil service.
Wait.
You would have signed.
Let me even help. Let me even help. Let me even. There's another angle. Remember that our president, when he was governor of Lagos State, introduced something called Oracle. To automate the salaries.
Yes.
So we cut out all the ghost workers. Yeah. So everything is it's just supposed to be automated.
Yes.
But machine cannot work without human beings imputing.
Exactly.
So there is a possibility that those of you who already, maybe you work in the head of service or whatever, you work in a certain department where you have resigned. You didn't do the paperwork to ensure, to let the system know that you're out of system.
How do you resign without doing the paperwork?
No, you resign. No, you resign.
Or you run away.
No.
There's a difference.
There's some people that, do you know people that run every day? Even staff.
You resign. You resign, but me, that I'm supposed to accept your resignation, I have left it carefully there and transferred your payment somewhere else.
Meaning you
have already gone. You submitted the resignation letter.
Okay,
so that's where the fraud is coming from.
Systemic corruption.
That's where the fraud is coming from. So you will not start from the people who are collecting the money there. You are starting from those ones who are signing and they know that they have gone and they're signing.
Is there a way that I can be signing when I'm not on set?
I don't understand.
Because I'm traveling soon, so maybe I can be signing.
The reason why I want
to be collecting money. That's all I'm getting.
I wanted us to see that Nigerians, we are our problem.
Yes, we are.
See, the one that Japa and the one that is here, we are the same thing.
I agree with you.
Because the truth is that the ones who are here, there are people that they want to Japa. You and I can be talking today right now. You've already planned to Japa.
Yes,
I am your guy. You have no idea. You will tell me when you get to the airport that you're not coming again. You have not done your documentation. Okay. I have no clue.
Okay.
So how many people can I really monitor that is traveling?
You go enter sack.
Hey, you suck. But the machines don't know that you've gone already.
That one is even Oga hand is clean, that one. The one that Oga hand might not be clean.
Involved.
Oga, I want to Japa, but Oga, I'm going on summer vacation. You have 3 weeks, maybe your entire week is 21 days.
No,
21 days. Let's even take the 21 days. Yeah. You know that as you are going, you will not come back. You have not come back.
Yes.
When you go there, you ain't reach there. You do an extension of something.
Yes.
You come and do another extension of education.
So they think in the system. Yes, now.
You are in the system.
Yes.
Your guy. Wait now.
You know how many people that you are
your guy want to be called wicked person. I said, when you now have another godfather, Oga will not be looking at all your application coming late. You have extended your vacation of 21 days to educational
problem.
Clinical leave. You have extended it from educational leave to another medical leave. You are sending proof. Oh.
Yes.
You are collecting it from medical friends and co. You are sending proof. That a guy is now in India.
And you be the same one abroad tweeting that Nigeria can never be good. Nigeria has finished. Nigeria has happened to us. We have the problem.
What the problem? So
excuse me,
from here.
when we start saying we are the problem, that's where I always have a problem.
Yes,
Let me tell you why I have a problem.
Yes. Because it's the leaders that taught us that one, Abi.
Yes. It is. Because is this not a case that I just read that they took him for since 2012? Who? Ikuforiji. Since and in 2024 they are delivering judgment. And when they now deliver the judgment, it was not guilty. What did the judge say? The judge said, EFCC didn't even do their due diligence. They didn't do any correct evidence. But EFCC will now stand up and start to they will do media trial. Meanwhile, they don't have the evidence. So what happens is you and I will now see, because it's what my mother does, I will copy you, or what my father does. That's what I will be. Yes. So me, when I see all this one, you that you are my father, government. You that you are my mother, government. You are see that you are doing. Me say when I reach there, I go do the same thing. That's why I say. That's why I say. Because the problem starts from up.
Okay.
I will never agree. Me and you will never, because it is what I have seen over the years. Yes.
Wait, please.
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
I know a time in Nigeria. I grew up. I'm 63. When things worked. NEPA takes your light. You can go to NEPA office and say, excuse me. They will tell you, oh, there's a fault. Yes. Or NEPA will tell you, oh, something. You are taking light. No. Yes. Now, NEPA will take light. Then they will give you a big bill.
Why?
And they will tell you, you are on bad day.
YK.
And you are still buying diesel.
Newsflash.
And you are still taking care of your generator.
YK, newsflash.
So all this is part of... don't flash me. All this is part of my problem. When I say it starts from the top and it feeds to the bottom, we are now the epitome.
Okay. Can I disagree with you?
Me, as a human being, I'm like a Nigerian.
YK.
Government.
Let me disagree with you respectfully.
Please do.
There is no Messiah coming from anywhere. Let me finish. There's no leader you're going to import from anywhere that will lead you and fix this country. There's nobody that will come here and fix it. It is what we brew from here that becomes there. If this man, that Japa, and he's still collecting government salary, he becomes governor, he's going to do exactly the same thing. There's no leader coming from it. No. You keep saying them. There's no them. It is you and I that get there. It is the same rotten you and I that gets there. So there's no Messiah. So why can't stop thinking that some clown here is what is messing up our country. All of us, we brewed these Nigerians that we're seeing today. No. We groomed them. We brought them into the system. We have raised them. We have groomed them. The system has gotten rotten, and we have. Listen, I don't know. We are like this. It is fine, and I'm okay standing alone. Yes, the truth is, I'm almost done. When I went to speak last weekend at RCCG, a man spoke on nation building, and he said that Nigeria's problem is leadership. Fixed leadership, and then it now came down to all the fact. Let me let Nima jump in here. I'm going to get my notes now, and I'll tell you exactly the point I want to make.
A lot of us in that YK's generation sat and watched till we were forced to join. Because the failure to enforce what we had in our criminal books as crime forced people to say, is this how I will sit down and I will not make it? Yeah. A civil servant who stayed by the books would most likely retire and queue at the pension office. Yes, to get tirelessly. When junior workers see them falling down in the rain for what they call attestation and affirmation, or what they call all those things, verification exercise, he will sort himself. Yeah. The system failed to work. Yes.
Let me. When Murtala came into government, Murtala sacked all the civil servants, even the better ones.
Oh, joy.
without retirement, he left them penniless and homeless. Now, tell me, the civil servants coming from under, what would they see?
I don't experience
it became Jaguda.
Yes.
So that is where you see it is failure of government. That is
reward hard work.
Let me add something.
We failed to reward hard work and pay.
I want you all to speak about the Messiah.
Let me add something.
I'm a huge not fan of ex-President Buhari. Everybody knows I've never hidden it. But let me tell you, when Buhari was president in 84, when he was head of state in 84, when he said, when they said Q, everybody fell in line. Everybody fell in line. So you can do it.
Yes, you can.
Anybody can do it. If you make, come on.
So there's an adage in my place.
All of us, now so with the Q like soldier.
There's an adage in my place. Do you know what that means? It's not the child that tells the father that this is our former house. Because the child will not remember. Yes. It's the father that says this was our former house. Oh. Right? What that means is, you know how we all see things from a different perspective, and how sometimes the society helps us imbibe and impute in our subconscious what becomes the collective subconscious that is ruling everybody. Right now, there's one collective subconscious that everybody is going with, which is everybody sort yourself. And how did that become the norm? Because we saw it, we lived it, we experienced it. We saw people who did the other and they made a different way, and everybody in their head chooses, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. So if you're saying it's starting from all of us, how do we change it? When the people who have the authority, we can only sit here and talk.
We can
only sit here and talk. But there are people who have power in their hand to make that change. How will they change it if we all take the blame and say it's Nima's fault, it's You's fault, and we do not have the power?
So can I speak? You know, I've allowed all of you to speak.
The power lies with people who can make the change, stand by it, and from hoping that one generation to the next generation, everybody will fall in line.
So the point I'm trying to make is that that person you are looking for that's going to fix does not exist and would never exist.
That means you can
I didn't stop you. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
That person that is coming, that's going to fix our country, does not exist and he will never exist. Because as I speak to you right now, the best of our bests, they brought them from all over the world, schooled in kindergarten, Harvard, kindergarten, they are all there, ministers, and they're not fixing Nigeria. Because none of them understands the real love that Nigeria needs. What you and I need is not a leader that's coming from anywhere. What you and I need is to go back home to become civic, aware of our civic responsibilities. And it's not about you voting. So what I said was, with the person that spoke, what we are saying right now, we need strong leadership. What the man said was that we need strong leadership to help us build strong institutions, to help education, and then economic opportunities, social well-being, and then civic engagement. I said I'm going to turn that upside down. Civic engagement means that you and I will stop all this nonsense we are doing. But let me finish. I'm almost done. We'll go back to the basics. You plant your tomatoes, you go back to the farm, we now begin to love each other, love what we have. Everybody go back to your mineral resources in your communities, go back to your villages, go and raise your own cattle. You sell cattle to me, I sell tomatoes to you. Let us all go back and tear up all these foreign things that we're doing. When we begin to do that, we begin to love each other, understand and build our own economy from inside out. It is when we begin to build, and then we build on education, because it's the education we need to expand and scale that which we have started on a small scale. When we build education, we birth a leader. A leader that truly loves this nation and bring him. He now becomes the Messiah we're looking for. As of today, that Messiah does not exist. And you will not find him anywhere.
How do we go back first? Wait.
We will go back to the basics and love the nation. We don't love Nigeria. Nobody loves this nation. Okay, today, not Nigeria. Listen, I'll let you go on. Not Nigeria loves this nation. All of us are looking for opportunity to leave the country. Yes,
I disagree.
Many Nigerians are looking for opportunity to leave this country.
No, I have opportunities to go. To speak for yourself.
Yes.
I have opportunities to go. I have never considered
You're not staying because you love Nigeria. The opportunities are there. You're staying because you love the opportunity is there for you to stay.
I don't understand. What? I don't get it. You think I'm not getting better opportunities when I go there with my skills? Is that what you're saying? With my skill sets, I can get into any industry when I go there. But that's not the focus for me. I love my country. I had a conversation a few months ago when I was saying, what schools will my children go to? And I made a decision. They will school here. I schooled here.
I said that years ago. I've been saying that from day one. I have never in my life.
No, so the point I'm trying to make is, if I decide, me, YK, Nima, and you, pack our things and go to the village, right? To go and start again, to start farming, to remove this hair and start carrying my Tico hair and then pull my shoes and wear only Ankara, blah, 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 blah. While I am doing that, what is happening to the resources of the country? They are spending millions of naira, doing other things, flying around the place, eating foreign food. The resources that belongs to all of us. Me, I'm in the village trying to be patriotic. It doesn't work that way. The leaders must start first. Show the example, and every other best person begins to fall in line gradually. It's not something that will happen automatically.
And the point I'm making, the point I'm making to this is that person that's going to give an example does not exist.
No, he must exist.
He doesn't exist. He exists. He's not from anywhere.
I get this point.
Unless you want to bring Obama from somewhere, but he does not exist.
I get this point that you have made. So how does it translate to the collective when we all individually go back to change? You know what will not make it translate?
Yes.
The fear of missing out. Everybody, I remember my dad. My father's uncle was head of the fire service when he kept on being demoted for active work because of fear of you surpassing him. He had to find a way to pull out of that system to a different multinational to build his family. Every Nigerian wants a good life.
Yes, so.
The freedom to pursue their own happiness freely.
So.
And that's what the collective must ensure is possible for every Nigerian. Until I don't need to know nobody to get somewhere.
That's what I want.
It's impossible. When you have somebody in power, the person becomes all powerful. He can do and undo. Such executive powers we give to them, distinguished powers we give to them, and, you know, it's all encompassing for them. You give them even immunity. And then you say to the poor man who is waiting, who is afraid that when will I get there, who struggle of it.
You've not answered my question.
I'm about to answer your question. Let me
the fear of missing out cannot let it translate.
No, it's
I'm not saying a selected few go back. I'm saying as a nation, we all collectively.
How do we all
No, I'm just saying. That's my own suggestion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and everybody's opinion is different. You don't have to take it. You have to accept it. My opinion is that it has to be a collective agenda. The nation must say, you know what, the same way other countries say, I'm shutting down everybody, everybody go home. We must shut down and say, you know, we're going back to the basics. That's my own opinion.
Excuse me. Who will shut down the nation? That's the first question I will ask you. Is it me and you, MD of TVC, are you the one going to shut down the nation?
I don't understand.
Even if I decide,
we are sharing perspectives
no,
here.
I am, listen, I decide, I want to go back to the village to farm. Number one, I don't have land in the village to go and farm. So, I don't have money to buy the land. So where will I start from?
We'll give you loan.
The only place I can find is inside my house. Wait, I haven't finished. Now, yesterday, the governors, they had a meeting.
Southern governors.
The southern governors.
19 of them.
Southwestern. I mean, southern governors.
Southern. This was all southern governors. They had a meeting, and in that meeting, they said they were going back to farming. They said we have the clinical hectares of land in arid land in Nigeria and
arable land.
Arable to now go back to farming. Those words are a step in the right direction. The words is the action that we are waiting for. Because if they do take those words and put it into action, we have started. That is leadership. That is leadership. That is not me going to go and farm in the land that I do not have.
Alone.
I don't even know how to farm. That's number one.
You see this title your belt team.
Let me take this call. Nima, wait. Let me take this call. I'm holding for it. Good morning. Are you there? Hello? I think I lost the caller. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Volume, please.
Bola Tinubu from Shomolu.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Yes. So I want to contribute. I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Volume, please.
Now, the system the ministers are using, when they tender letter of resignation, that letter will not be dated. So it's a conspiracy among them. So then they will be sharing the salary. But after they suspect that there is likely to be problem, then they will now take a letter of resignation and submit officially. That's the system they are using. We have our friends, our family, and everybody that will know this is how they are perpetrating the fraud. Yeah. Then that's my submission on that. Then your producer, is not effective at all. If you hold on person online for too long, it's bad. So thank you. Good morning.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bola. Sorry about that.
I wanted to
yes,
Nima. Team belt example. Because we all need to do some form of sacrifice, compromise at one point.
Yeah.
So we have said as a nation tight belt, let's start with President Buhari, who came in and blocked dollar for certain excesses Nigerians had abroad, of foreign taste, education, everything. While all Nigerians started to tighten belt and force their kids to private universities in Nigeria, we saw their children graduating from the UK. While I know they staff, they tighten the belt. The fear of me, because you've seen that they're not doing the example, it has to come from home. When you're here saying, okay, President has said that we will not get foreign currency to go to abroad hospital. President constantly treated ear infection abroad. How is it not going to come from up down? Every time they will say it's for security reason. Now me, when they fear my village people won't come go Nigerian hospital.
They kill me.
No, now.
You're speaking from
I'm saying
from the you're speaking from a place of despondency. As a Nigerian, all of us.
No,
we are in that state, and I can understand. We are in that state, and I get that.
We have too many examples of enough to convince in Nigeria not to trust a person in office.
Yes.
To make the sacrifice.
Totally agree with you.
So we all know.
Totally agree with you.
You know that this side you are on, I've been on that side for a while. There's a reason I'm on this side today. I've not shifted my Nigerian patriotism. No. I'm saying that the leaders must not just do justice, they must be seen to do it. While we were sitting here, Vice President Oshibajo, that we trusted the most, he graduated to Shire. They showed video. They did not even have sense not to show us videos. They showed us videos. Wike showed us pictures. They all did. And the average Nigerian is the one who should start the sacrifice from their corners.
Why is it?
Can I give you an example?
You can't translate to the collective.
Let me give an example.
Doesn't work that way.
NDLA is an example. Umar Marwa is one of the best leaders NDLA has ever had. He's working hard and has an amazing team. Do we still have a drug problem in Nigeria? Yes, we do. Does he need the families and every other Nigerian to get with the picture and get with the program? Yes, he does, but are they doing it? No, they are not. So he's the great leader we need in NDLA, but guess what? There's still a huge drug problem in this country. So it's not just about fixing your leader. If you don't get the foundation, listen to me, YK. If you don't get the foundation right, if every parent in this house doesn't raise their child right, if every parent doesn't ensure that they are cleaning up their communities, not waiting for local government chairmen to come and clean up for them, they are constantly ensuring that they are ridding their communities of these drug addicts, especially getting their children away from it. There's nothing Mara wants to do. He will work all his work. He will work. I'm almost done. He will work all he likes to work, but guess what? Yeah. Drug will still be in this country. We can't eradicate drug totally.
Yes, yes.
But the truth is, it's not only leadership is crucial.
Yeah.
But the part of the people is just as crucial as the leader. That's my point.
On this drug issue, wait, why can't
no. I have to answer quickly. This drug issue that you're talking about. Yes. America, where the drugs come from. The big barons.
The big boys.
Do they have a drug problem? Yes or no?
They do.
They do.
Oh. Do they have effective drug fighters?
Yes, they
Of
do.
course.
Oh. So what are you saying?
Human beings will be human beings.
Human beings will be human beings. So it's not, excuse me.
Let me add to what you just said now.
Yeah.
Now, you are looking at these guys on the streets, the foot soldiers, the ones who end up, the end users of the drugs, right? The people who own these barons, who are the drug lords, are from where? The leaders.
Oh.
Who told you that?
No, I'm just saying.
That's all just say. That's all great apologies. How do you know that?
Listen now.
It's what we want to believe.
Because
how do you know?
When you hold somebody, and they call this person, and they call this person, they call so to the top, and they release the person. No, see, if we say we start from the bottom does not have the influence to cause the change. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the word.
That's the change. My daughter does not have the right to tell me, Mommy, is there goosey soup you must cook this week? She doesn't have the influence. But I, who is the leader, or my husband can say, is there goosey we are eating this week, and we will eat it from beginning to the end, and there's nothing that can happen. And they will frown their face, but they will eat their goosey soup. That's the difference. So we all understand our role. We know that everybody will hold hands and fight the fight.
I've never clapped for you on this set.
Our leaders starting the fight, and then we are following behind because we have assurance that the people leading us know where they are going. That's it.
See where President
I'm going to go on a commercial break. I'm going to go on a commercial break. When we come back, You wrap up on this conversation.
Sakama.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. You see, I should wrap up too, and I'm showing white shorts. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing. Hopefully, we should move to our health segment. Let's take a few comments on social media.
God, I beg.
I have two messages.
We don't need Sakama and J changes. When Governor El-Rufai put his children in public school, now here we did for this year of you, I was on set. We shouted before we know the Peking not there again. He didn't dare. We want to see that those days, for you to be able to go to any to take advantage of public scholarship, you need your G2 result. Do you know?
Nima, can I pause you?
Back to rewrite my G2
for a second. Let me pause you for a second.
In Federal Civil Service, there are requirements.
Is what we've all said on this table. There's nobody on this table that does not agree that our leaders have taken advantage of our resources, have gone abroad, school, their children are schooled abroad, they even go there for vacation. We understand all the issues. I'm talking about, we can sit down here and complain about Nigeria to tomorrow.
You're talking
I'm
about
saying, how do we fix it? Fixing it is not, hear me, I'm almost done, Nima. Fixing it is not getting a leader that will fix it. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. That leader is not coming unless you're going to bring in maybe somebody from somewhere in that country that is not Nigerian at all. You can bring them maybe, but if you are looking for somebody that will just enter politics and go through the ranks of politics and get to the presidency and fix Nigeria, you're wasting our time.
I agree with you.
We are wasting our time.
But when we
to
talk
find
about
that leader,
to
find influence will come later. To find that leader is what I'm saying. We need to go back to the grassroots and bring them from a society that is based on love.
I'm going to quote Fela in case I quote him wrong.
Economic growth.
And government are the influences that you need. We have a culture of corruption. You want to change it. And you're saying it will start from the individual cells who don't even know what it will collectively mean.
Who's going to teach them?
Who is the That's the point. You have answered the question.
Who does the government?
You have answered the question.
No. The person that will teach them. Then there is government. Please, let me help me understand. Who is government? Define government. Is it an angel?
Morayo.
Is it coming from heaven? Who is this government? Is it Nigerian? If it's a Nigerian, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a government.
In my own family, my parents consider opening my hair
who is in the government?
Or having a boyfriend
Angel Gabriel and
something bad. Wait. My parents consider opening my hair, having a boyfriend something bad for their girl child. In BC's house, going to the beach is okay in bikini. In YK's house, having your 21-year-old birthday bash is something okay. Are we going to have a collective culture without a common, what's it called, common place?
Identity.
A common identity. Where will it come from?
It's not going to work.
That is why
if you allow us,
that's why
if you allow us,
my father instituted that national conference for us to come together.
If you allow us each
and have a conversation,
determine what the collective will be, it will continue to clash.
Yeah.
We do not even have the power. We don't have it. We don't have the power.
I hope you understand my point.
I don't understand.
I get your point. I'm telling you your point of view.
I understood you. It's important that you understand me.
I understand you, Morayo.
If you understand me,
I'm arguing with you from that place of understanding.
That is where
it has to be influenced down, not from down up.
I'll come back to you. Since she understands me, let me converse with her. Since she understands me, hang on. So that place of influence, who is influencing who? Answer that question. Who is influencing who?
We have a problem now.
Supposed to
one person,
the followers.
Let's even
let her answer.
In a basket of good eggs,
yes.
One bad egg is up. Every other bad egg is pursuing their own happiness, which is, of course, today, materialism. We are looking at our big houses, money, everything. That one bad egg is up. Influencing more bad eggs. The leaders. The change start from that.
Can I say something?
I don't understand.
You said that there is no Messiah coming from anywhere.
Yeah.
That if you think that government is going to change, it's because it's with the people. I want to just say something. When you keep saying that, you are giving the leaders an excuse to misbehave.
Yes.
Because if you say the leaders are responsible, we, the followers too, have a responsibility, but they lead the responsibility because they are the ones that have the influence to change us.
Thank you.
Can you pause there?
You see, I can't respond. Let me finish. Okay. Because when you keep saying there is no Messiah, they can bring themselves and become Messiah. They can bring themselves together. Yes, because it's what they do.
Let me add something.
I said when 19 southern governors met yesterday and they came out with their communique, I looked at it, I listened, I said,
okay.
If true, you follow do this thing.
Yeah. Things will change.
Okay, it's one thing for them to follow it, but the Nigerians are, well, you know, they did Anchors Borrowers. It's not somebody's idea of Anchors Borrowers program. They all have good ideas, but the people, the human beings to implement it, Father,
how many Anchor Borrowers? How many Anchor you know that borrow that money? Wait now.
You came from Jonathan. He said you win. Nigerians are giving money. Have them use money to go and Japa. It's not about leaders can bring ideas. This Messiah they're coming that will come with all these beautiful ideas and influence. They will bring the ideas, but guess what? If the rotten nature of our Nigerians, if you don't fix it, there's nothing you bring. It's not going to work. Right?
Okay, so first of all, what we're operating here is not leadership, because leadership is about service. Even Jesus said, for who will be the greatest will be the servant. And he exemplified that by washing the feet of the disciples. Washing the feet of the disciple. The feet is like the lowest part of your body, right? If you have to be a leader, you must first be a servant. And we do not have leaders that are servants. So this leadership was shouting, we don't even have it.
Excellency, sir.
We never even get
Excellence.
So you're not agreeing with me?
Yes, we never get that.
We're getting somewhere.
We're saying we can have it.
Somewhere. Yes,
we can have it.
Yeah.
The fact that you have no, listen. The fact that you have taken the mandates and the authority puts you in a position to be a leader. Now, listen now.
If the foundation is destroyed, how can you
foundation? Not be picking what will happen for my house. The foundation. Now me go make the rules. Now me go enforce them. Now people go look me. When I went to Rwanda, they say their president comes out on Saturdays to sweep. Their president on Saturdays. And wait, everybody comes out to sweep their compound. Thank you. And when they are done, I like when they are done, when they are done, they now gather. The people that live around the presidential place now gather, and he gives a speech. He just encourages them, and everybody goes home. Because that is a practice that the president is involved in. Everybody in their corner. If my president can come out and sweep, who am I? How we come out?
You don't go sweep.
He did not start from an Akara woman first to be able to command a lot of people. President who has the influence started it, and every other person said, "If this man, I'm telling you,
that's how I started.
Now, so I do.
Let me respond to that. Thank God, one of the ministers.
I was there. I read their history.
I'm happy you went there. Congratulations. I'm talking about those of us that the minister. I was in with Bukan Wushika's event in Dubai, where one of the ministers in Rwanda was there. And one of the things she said, when the president came, everybody had to go back because there was a lot, they had a war, the Hutus and the Tutsis. A conversation by the people had to sit down where you confront the person who killed your child.
Yes.
The person who raped your mother.
Yes.
You confront, let me finish now. This is not a housewives conversation. We're having a conversation. So everybody came to forgive each other. Every household realized that the people who killed your loved ones, you got to confront them and say, I'm sorry. Every household went back to forgive each other. It's from that forgiveness. Now, civic engagement.
Who organized the forgiveness? No, it's a question so that we get it. Who organized the forgiveness?
I'm getting your point.
The point I'm trying to make is that the man that you are seeing that is sweeping, he did not start sweeping because he just to come to become a leader and sweep. You sweep because you now feel you're part of this community. There's a sense of loyalty to this community.
Because that is what will earn you. Wait, that is what will earn you followers.
Who organized the meeting?
As a people, we have a role.
Unfortunately, we have a doctor who is online.
Who organized the meeting?
We have not finished this conversation.
Let me let you wrap up, and then we have a quick guest.
The people have a role. The role to determine what they will not take and what they will take. The role to not continue to support what is not
accepted. Is this leader that will teach them?
Wait. By the time the suffer reach, people will know what they go take. By the time we as Nigerians are ready, this crop of leaders that we continue to have in office, we will not have them, except you love the country. We will demand certain standards, and that standards we will make sure is enforced. That's the example of Rwanda, not the example that we are talking about.
Anyways, we have to wrap up because we have our doctor. So let me go on a very short, but in a nutshell, I don't even know how we started the conversation again.
No, I'm coming back to civil servants. Civil servants return the money we want to carry.
They should return it.
Civil servants, all the people where they are abroad, return the money.
So let's wrap up. Unfortunately, please return our money. Let's go on a short because we come back bringing our doctor. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.